So this part was for our enemies. So we have a dependence from I, and we assign to our enemy I game data.enemy.info, which was in our update game data function. We assign to enshoot this info, and we assign to X a random number, so it will appear after a random barrier, and we assign to our Y coordinate be over 2. Then we clear everything and then construct the right background image. So we have for our 5 background images, and we assign to them accordingly the beam info im. So in this way we get the right background image, and accordingly its x coordinates, which will start from 0, and so we have 0, a, 2a, 3a, and 4a, and the speed is also 6.5. And then we assign to our game data true, so our game will start actually, and is post also, and we also assign to is post false, so the whole game will start. Then this is the case when we click on the level 2, and as a matter of fact this was completely the same as in level 1. But the difference is that we assign to bar.length 7, and here we create the barriers, but in this case we have 7 barriers, and here the image is this one, y is this one, x delta is this, leaves mean is this, visibility is 10. So this was the same as in the first case, but the difference is this one. But here is the difference. So like in the first, let's suppose that A has a certain number, for example 1000, and let's see what happens. So for our first barrier we have 1400, and for our last barrier is 2600. As we saw in our update bar, as we can see in our update bar function, whenever our barrier reaches the 0 point, we assign to that barrier game data.bar info. So let's suppose our first one reaches the 0 point, so its x coordinate is 0, and in that case our our last barrier will have the coordinates to 1200, and so as we can see, the distance between them is 200. So the next one should be if the coordinates for the last one is 1400. So the next one should appear in 1 minute. So the next one should appear in. So the coordinates for our when the first one reaches the 0 point, the coordinates for our last barrier is 1200, and as the distance is 200 between them, the next barrier that will appear should appear with the coordinates 1400, and then when the second one reaches the 0 point, the one that we have created, the coordinate for the one that we have created is again is 1200, and we again have to create a barrier with the coordinate 1400, and it is a cycle, to say so. So in our bar info we must so the x in our bar info should always be 1400, which is actually which is actually yeah, a plus 2 times a over 5. If we have 1000 for a, we have 1400 for the case when a is 1000. Well, and also we have so here we the same for our enemy in the level 2. For our backgrounds we have the same. Every time we do update game data to get the proper image, and this is the case when we click on our level 3. If we click here, so again this is the same, this is the same, level becomes 3, this is the same. So our was an array, so that's 0, so our walls ground also 0, to our buildings we also 0. So we just clear everything, then we recreate them properly. So we create buildings and we create our walls in ceiling and ground, and this all is our game data. Then we again do bar.rectify. So in the previous case we started, and here we the difference is that so if we suppose that a is 1000, so in this case we have the distance between barriers will be 300, and so as I have explained for the level 2, for this case as a constant place to that only export to r with a plus a over 2, so 1.5. Actually it is 1500 for one case when a is 100, so this is 300 if a is 1000. So that's why we so the same logic as in another level we have things for a solar, so that's why we have this, and again all other attributes. So in this way we're also the same for as in level 2 and in level 1, and this is also the same as in level 2. So when our game is paused, so if is paused from the true, this will take place when we click on level 1 or on the level or the start. So to update game data, we update our background, we update our hero, we update our barriers, we update weapons, we update our enemies, we update our enemy shoots, we update our boss, we update our boss shoot, and if it is free, we update our boss also. Yeah. Then we draw this everything as we saw in the function. Then over all this we draw our lives, and we also draw the button, the new button, which is, as you can see, which is this one. And if we click on it, then we draw, when we do is post is true, so this everything will not take place anymore. And we draw our resume and menu buttons, which are this one, resume and main menu. So then we have add event listeners, and if we click and according to this, and this is the coordinates, and if we click on our resume, the is post is false, so this will our game will continue. And if we click on main menu, this is the coordinates for our main menu, then game start is false, so as we saw, game start will become false, and this condition, so we will have is post true and we will have game start false, so we will come to this condition, and this means that we will come to our main menu, say so. Then I will continue in the next video.